inning, but the Giants came right back in the bottom of the sixth inning as Gary Carter lifted his average above 300 and hit a solo home run to left field, his 7th home run of the year, RBI number 21 for the kid. Mark Portugal not too happy as he gives up that solo home run to tie the game at 1 in the bottom of the sixth inning. Eric Yelding had 3 stolen bases for the Astros, and in the top of the 7th inning, his 3rd stolen base would lead to an Astro run as he beats Gary Carter's throw to second base for the stolen base. And that will set up a run as Terry Poole came to bat, and Poole would pick up a single, a pinch hit single to score Yelding from second base. Poole's 8th RBI on the year, and Houston led it 2-1 in the top of the 7th inning. But the Giants went to a pinch hitter in the bottom of the 7th inning with equal results. The pinch hitter for them was Bill Bathe, and he got his 8th RBI of the year. This with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning, scoring Brett Butler, and the game was tied at 2 in the bottom of the 7th inning. In the top of the 9th inning, the Astros got runners on second and third with only 1 out, but winning pitcher Jeff Brantley struck out Ken Caminiti and then got Casey Candel to ground out to end that threat. The Giants got the bases loaded in the bottom of the 9th inning, and pitcher Don Robinson pinch hit for Ernest Riles, the Giants' cleanup hitter, and he won the game with a clean single to left field with no one out in the bottom of the 9th inning. Brett Butler scored easily to give the Giants a 3-2 victory. Robinson's heroics made a winner of Jeff Brantley, who's 4-3. Ron Agosto took the loss. He fell to 4-6.
Minnesota manager Tom Kelly argues a call with first base umpire Durwood Merrill Tuesday night as the Twins host the California Angels. Why the argument? Well, Tom Kelly thought this ball by Junior Ortiz was fair. Durwood Merrill obviously thought the ball was foul. But early on, it didn't seem like the Minnesota Twins would need this base hit. With the Twins leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, Shane Mack would belt a home run just inside the right field foul pole, his 5th of the year. This gave Minnesota a 2-0 lead. But in the top of the 5th inning, the Angels score 6 times. Here with Minnesota leading 2-1, Dick Schofield grounds a single to left field, scoring Lance Parrish and Dante Bichette. California took a 3-2 lead. Then with the Angels leading 4-2, Dave Winfield with the bases loaded would come through. He would ground a single up the middle off of Alan Anderson of the Twins. This would score Brian Downing and Donnie Hill. This gave California a 6-2 lead. The Angels led 6-2 after 5 innings. The Angels would keep it going. California would belt out 20 hits in this game. Here in the top of the 7th inning, Lee Stevens with the score 7-2 belts a 2-run homer to right field, his 2nd of the year. This made the score 9-2 California. The Angels would win this game 13-2. Chuck Finley here getting the final out on a double play ball from Nelson Liriano picks up the win. He's 14-4. Alan Anderson, the loser, is 4-14. California wins 13-2. Unhappy Cleveland Indian fans show up Tuesday night to watch the Indians host the Kansas City Royals. Pick it up in the top of the 1st inning, Danny Tarble just off the disabled list. He would line a double down the left field line, scoring Gerald Perry, RBI number 29 for Tarble. This gave the Royals a 1-0 lead. Kansas City led 2-0 after 1 inning. Then in the bottom of the 2nd inning, a nice play by starting pitcher Kevin Apier of the Royals. He would field Felix Fermin's ground ball and throw home to get Brooke Jacoby for the out. Then in the top of the 3rd inning, Bill Pecota grounds a single to left field, scoring Kevin Seitzer, giving the Royals a 3-0 lead. Kansas City led 4-0 after 3 innings. But there would be some Cleveland highlights in this game. Here in the top of the 6th inning, Mike McFarland hits a ball to right center field, a great catch by Corey Snyder. But later in the top of the 6th inning, the Royals would strike for 2 more runs. Here with the score 4-1 Kansas City, Kurt Stillwell would line a single to left field, scoring Pat Tabler, giving Kansas City a 5-1 lead. The Royals led 6-1 in the middle of the 6th inning. Kansas City led 8-2 going into the bottom of the 9th inning. Then the Indians staged a mild comeback in this inning. Here, Chris James hit a pinch hit solo home run to deep left field. This made the score Kansas City 8-3, but the Royals would hold on to win 8-4, defeating Cleveland.
Philadelphia on Tuesday night, it's the Phillies and the St. Louis Cardinals. Top of the 2nd inning, catcher Todd Zeile will hit a home run off of Ken Howell that goes off the upper deck in left field, a 2-run shot, number 11 for Zeile. He picks up Denny Walling, and it's 2-0 St. Louis. Ken Howell is making his first start since coming off of the disabled list. Top of the 4th inning, home plate umpire Randy Marsh will pocket a flying plastic bag as the Phillies were trying to intentionally walk Milt Thompson. Top of the fifth inning, Willie McGee will hit a base hit up the middle. Vince Coleman and Ozzie Smith will score, and that gave the St. Louis Cardinals a 4-0 lead. And that would be all for Ken Howell as he gives up the 4 runs to the Cardinals, and they lead 4-0. Bottom of the fifth inning, John Tudor gets Vaughn Hayes on a called third strike. He had a no-hitter for 4 in a third innings. He would go 7 1/3 to pick up his 9th win against 3 defeats. A couple of Philadelphia fans get to know each other a little better. Top of the 8th inning, Todd Zeile will hit a line drive that goes off of Don Carmen's left knee, but it bounces right to Charlie Hayes at third base. He throws Zeile out at first. Carmen walked off the hit to his knee, and we'll take one more look as it goes off his knee over to Charlie Hayes, and Hayes throws Zeile out at first base. Bottom of the 8th inning, Dickie Thon with a base hit to center field. Charlie Hayes comes in to score RBI 38, and St. Louis finally gives up a run as the Phillies get on the board, and it's 4-1 at St. Louis. Lenny Dykstra gets a base hit to right field off of Lee Smith. John Kruk scores. The throw to second is not in time to get Dickie Thon, and it's 4-2 St. Louis. That would be the final score. Carmelo Martinez pops out to second base to end the game. Tudor, the winner, he's 9-3. Howell, the loser, he's 8-7. And Lee Smith picks up his 17th save. Pirates and the Cubs at Wrigley Field on Tuesday night. Top of the second inning with the score 1-0 Pittsburgh. Sid Bream hits a 2-run homer into the seats in right center field. He picks up Barry Bonds, home run number 10 for Bream. RBIs 43 and 44, and the Pirates lead 3-0. Bottom of the second inning, Bob Walk will injure his index finger on his pitching hand when he knocks down Dave Clark's line drive to the mound. He throws wildly to first base, and that allows Clark to go to second. The Pirates pitcher exited the game with a bruised index finger. He was taken to the hospital for precautionary x-rays. 3-1 in the top of the third when Bobby Bonilla with a double to left center field. Wally Backman scores RBI 68 for Bonilla, 4-1 Bucks. It's 6-1 Pittsburgh through 2.5 innings of play at Wrigley Field. Bottom of the third inning, an unusual play coming up here. Jose Lind at second base will try to field this Andre Dawson high pop-up. Lind and Jay Bell are confused over who's got it. Finally, Lind tries to get it, but it bounces off of his glove. Doug DeCenzo goes to third base. Wally Backman just tags the base, and not DeCenzo, so DeCenzo is safe at third base. And we'll take one more look at Lind trying to make the catch. He's charged with an error, and DeCenzo is safe at third base. But he's also stranded there as the Cubs can't knock him home. Top of the fifth inning, Barry Bonds will knock home Andy Van Slyke with a double down the right field line. RBI 74 for Bonds, 7-1 Pittsburgh, and it's 8-1 after 5. Bottom of the sixth inning, Bob Patterson strikes out Shawan Dunston. He went 5 innings in relief to pick up the win for the Pirates. He ups his record to 7-3 as the Pirates win 9-1 over the Cubs. Sean Bosky takes the loss. He drops to 4-6. Pirates are now tied with the New York Mets for the NL East lead. White Sox and the Red Sox. Top of the second inning, Phil Bradley making his first appearance with the White Sox. First time at bat. He strikes out to end the second inning. Bottom of the second, first and second with Tony Pena at the plate. He gets a base hit to right field off of Eric King. Dwight Evans scores RBI 34 for Pena, 1-0 Boston. 3-0 on a ground out and an RBI base hit by Carlos Quintana. When Wade Boggs slaps a base hit by Ozzie Guillen, Jody Reed scores RBI 41 for Boggs, and the Red Sox lead after 2, 4-0. The Shy Sox get 2 in the top of the sixth inning. Yvonne Calderon with a second as he gets a base hit off a kicker and by Wade Boggs into center field. Lance Johnson scores RBI 49 for Calderon, and it's 4-2 Boston. 5-2 in the bottom of the seventh inning when Phil Bradley will rob Mike Greenwell of a home run. Greenwell will rip one towards the bullpen in right field. Bradley will go back towards the wall, makes a leaping catch as his waist is over the bullpen wall, and he hauls down the ball. Greenwell robbed of a home run by newly acquired Phil Bradley, who's playing his first game with the White Sox, and made quite an impression there as he robs Mike Greenwell of a home run. Luis Rivera in the same inning will hit a line drive to left field. Yvonne Calderon makes the diving attempt, but he can't come up with it. Dwight Evans and Tom Bernansky score. Rivera had 3 RBIs on the night as the Sox win 7-2. Dana Kicker, the winner, he's 4-4. King, the loser, he drops to 8-4. Back to the second inning. Tom Bernansky gets a base hit over Ozzie Guillen's leap as the ball goes into left field. That broke an 0-for-34 streak for Bernansky, crowd at Fenway Park gives him a standing ovation. Bruno went 3 for 4 with 2 runs scored as the Red Sox win 7-2.
A little bit electric after the George Steinbrenner decision on Monday. On Tuesday, they went out and won their 6th game in their last 7 as the fans show their sentiment towards George Steinbrenner. The Yankees went out and beat the Detroit Tigers 10-4 behind Al Leiter's older brother Mark, who picked up his first Major League victory in his first Major League start. There he strikes out Chet Lemon in the top of the 2nd inning. He had plenty of runs to work with in this game as the Yankees pounded out 10 runs. Here in the bottom of the 2nd inning, Kevin Moss would make it 2-0 Yankees as he takes Dan Petrie to deep right field. This one's up in the 3rd deck. A solo home run for Moss, his 8th on the year, RBI number 15, as Moss has more home runs than Don Mattingly this year. The Yankees led it 2-0. Later in the bottom of the 2nd inning, they took a 3-0 lead. Then still in the bottom of the 2nd inning, Roberto Kelly made it 4-0 Yankees. His 39th RBI in the year, scored Jim Leyritz from second base. And the Yankees led it 4-0 in the bottom of the 2nd inning as Jack Nicholson looked on. He likes to see those Detroit teams lose. The Yankees scored 2 more in the bottom of the 4th inning. Then in the bottom of the 5th, Jesse Barfield made it 6-0 as he took Clay Parker deep to left field for his 19th home run in the year. The 2-run shot scored Kevin Moss, and the Yankees led by a big margin of 8-0. Bob Guerin later in the game would go into the dugout after striking out, and he's embarrassed a little bit as the helmet bounces back and hits him in the head. Jack Nicholson tried to leave quietly after 5 innings, but you just can't do that at Yankee Stadium as a huge entourage of security guards has to escort him out. In the bottom of the 6th inning, with the Yankees leading at 9-0, Lloyd Mosby would break up the shutout of Mark Leiter with a 2-run homer to the upper deck. His 10th home run in the year, RBIs number 30 and 31, scoring Larry Sheets. That made it 9-2 Yankees. Jim Leyritz hit his 3rd home run of the year to make it 10-2. Then in the top of the 8th inning, Travis Fryman continued the home run barrage as he got his 4th home run in the year. That made the final score 10-4. Mark Leiter got the win. He's 1-1. Dan Petrie is 8-7. The Yankees have won 4 straight. Tomorrow, the Orioles moved to within 4 games of the first-place Toronto Blue Jays with a 6-4 victory. The Orioles got 3 runs in the bottom of the 1st inning off John Cerruti as Cal Ripken hit his first home run at home since early June. His 11th home run in the year was a 3-run shot, scoring Milligan and Anderson. The Orioles led it quickly 3-0 in the bottom of the 1st inning. In the top of the 2nd inning, the Blue Jays got a run on a Glenn Allen Hill ground out. Then Luis Sojo came up and made it 3-2. As he took a Ben McDonald pitch to right field, it looked like it would be an out, but Steve Finley dropped the ball. John Olerud scored off camera, and the Blue Jays pulled to within 3-2 in the top of the 2nd inning on the error by Steve Finley. In the bottom of the 2nd inning, Brady Anderson would put the Orioles up by a score of 4-2. He got his 15th RBI of the year with a single to right field. Steve Finley came in to score, and the Orioles led by 2 runs. Ben McDonald allowed 7 hits and 2 runs over 7 innings and joined Dave McNally as the only Oriole pitcher to win his first 3 Major League starts. There he strikes out Tony Fernandez in the top of the 3rd inning. The bat is fair, but Fernandez heads to the dugout. Tennis star Pam Shriver on hand in Memorial Stadium. In the bottom of the 5th inning, she'd see Craig Worthington pick up 2 RBIs with a double down the left field line, scoring Randy Milligan and Mike Devereaux, and the Orioles led 6-2. That would be all the scoring for the Orioles, and Toronto would score 2 more but fall short. The final was 6-4. In the top of the 6th inning, Greg Myers made it 6-3 as he hit a liner to left field. It looked like it would drop in, but Brady Anderson came running in and made a great diving catch. Fred McGriff tagged up on the play and scored to make it 6-3. The Blue Jays added another run, and in the top of the 7th inning, an interesting play as Craig Worthington dove headfirst over the tarp. He not only missed the ball, he risked his life on the play, but he ended up losing his glove as it went into the crowd, and a nice fan gave it back to him. Greg Olson got the final 4 outs to record his 24th save on the year. He strikes out George Bell to end the game. The winning pitcher, Ben McDonald, is 3-0 and 4-0 in his short Major League career. John Cerruti had a 4-game winning streak snapped. He's 7-7. The Blue Jays are tied with the Red Sox for first place in the AL East.